barriers to learning. Sometimes we call these trolls. Trolls are enemies of learning. I like trolls the best. So what you're going to find on this course is that you get some insight and you go, wow, that's great, it's good stuff, this, glad I paid for this. And then you start some practice and it goes well. And then normally, maybe after about a month, so you might want to put it in your diary to watch this video again in a month, really do that, like stop, pause, burp, little pause sign, do that now. Great, you've done that, great, you're back. So you put it in your diary for a month's time to watch this video, and you can watch it now as well to pre-warn yourself. So shit's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen randomly either. I mean, life is gonna happen. Yes, of course, things will, you'll get busy, whatever. You're gonna get resistances. We are homeostatic. What that means is we regulate ourselves to keep a certain way. Now, biologically, homeostasis is I'm 37 degrees, I'm heart's pumping, whatever. But we do it behaviorally as well, because we've learned that certain ways of being are what gets us love, respect, belonging, safety, like core stuff. And you learn this at quite a young age. So you learn that being more yin is how girls should be. You know, maybe it's like a gender-based thing, or you learn that that's how you stay safe in your family, or that's how you make friends, because you were nice to someone once and then they become your friend. So you think, well, I better be nice to everyone again. Another person's confident, that's how they get a friend. And they go, oh, I keep being confident. And you're like 5 at the time or something, right? You're in the playground. Or your teacher says, don't do that. Or your culture says, oh, no, you shouldn't be too fierce. You're English, yeah? So you limit your behavioral range, which children naturally have massive behavioral range. Massive. Now, children aren't geniuses. They have bad self-regulation, all sorts of other things. But they do have this great yin-yang tolerance. And they can, like my niece can be like, 1 minute, and then the next minute be like, I love you, Uncle Mark. Yeah, like they're just kids, they're great at yin and yang. But gradually that gets shrunk, usually shrunk from both sides, like less yin and yes yang. Like kids scream and cry and we get told not to do that, so it gets shrunk, so you get less yin and less yang, but also particularly one side. So we end up with this like stunted little maggot penis of a personality. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, so we build that up through the practices, but then we have this resistance which says, don't do that. That's scary. No one's gonna love you. So that will happen the more you practice, yeah? It can even happen in our behavioral systems with others. Like if your partner's kind of yang and you're kind of yin, after you start getting more yang, they're gonna be like, oi, what are you doing? Like it's all unconscious, even if they love you, even if they've studied psychology, whatever. They're still going to be like, oi, get out of my space, that's my space, yeah? They won't like the change because it's a change, not because it's not. Even if they know it's good for you consciously, on another level, that's what they're comfortable with, that's what they're used to. So what do? Well, we recommit to our practices, we recommit to community, you get on the Facebook group, you find a friend to practice with, you envision again, what are the benefits of this course, how is this going to work for you, all that kind of stuff. You work with those trolls, so you know what's the posture that's going to help you. If your one is be small, you might need to take some more space, yeah? You may need to put in some extra work there. You also need to see what's called making a distinction. So you might think, well, I don't want to be yang because that's brutal, that's nasty. So you can actually in your body find that distinction. How is it to be strong or yang or confident or whatever without being brutal or violent or mean or aggressive, yeah? Same with yin. So like, I get the resistance of like, don't be a wimp, Mark, don't be a pussy, you know? And that's in my head from my childhood, people I grew up with. And then I'm like, no. You can be blah, like a complete wimp, a complete pushover, or you can be, yeah? So now I've got a choice, I've made a distinction. Look up distinction coaching, one of our YouTube videos if you want more on that. But it's important to get that distinction because that will take out a lot of the resistance. So community, support, envisaging what you have to gain, just grit, just pushing through, just getting on with it. If you get to the end of month 2, you're fine, remember? So this is the 1 month kind of danger point. It's like everyone joins the gym in January and they feel really enthusiastic. And then at the beginning of February, they're like, I can't be bothered. You know, the behavioral system's kicking back in. They've lost that initial motivation. So that's the time to get a gym trainer, that's the time to get a personal fitness instructor or a gym buddy, yeah? Or get on YouTube and get some inspiration. So do that, get the inspiration, recommit to the practices, look at your trolls and go, you know, thank you. Like when those trolls come up, and they come up as voices or they come up as bodies, you know, the inner critic is a big one. Go, well, thank you, you're trying to keep me safe, I do appreciate that. And now things have moved on, I love you, I appreciate where you came from, that can be helpful to acknowledge. And you're part of me and I love you, you're part of my personality. And things have changed now, so how can we work together? How can you do your job in this modern context? Yeah, what do you need to let me do this? Okay, it sounds like a bit schizophrenic talking to ourselves, but trust me, it's really helpful. Look up our videos on trolls, look on the purpose black belt, look at the orange belt videos. There's loads more on this if this is a problem for you. But just to let you know, it's normal if it does happen, and keep practicing, recommit, get the community, get the support, you can do it.